If you are a woman over 60 and you told yourself one of these two things, I have too much to lose, it's too far gone, or I'm too old, my body just doesn't respond anymore, I made this video specifically for you. Today, I'm going to introduce you to two women who believed exactly those things and were wrong. One was 60 years old and lost 97 pounds, 12 pant sizes without a diet. The other was 79 years old, a full-time caregiver for her husband, and lost 30 pounds and 25 inches while managing more than people half her age. And what changed for both of them was not a drug, not a crash diet, not a complete overhaul of their lives. It was understanding what their body actually needed at this stage of life and getting the right support. I'm Nagina Abdullah. I have a degree in molecular and cell biology from UC Berkeley, and I've helped over 1,700 women in their 50s, 60s, and 70s transform their bodies. These two stories are the ones I come back to most because between them, they break every excuse that I have ever heard. Before I tell you their stories, I want to tell you the one thing these two women had in common before they even started. They both almost didn't try. Patti had been carrying the weight for decades. She had tried so many things before that had not lasted. She quietly accepted that this was just how her body was now. Dukh Niwaran almost didn't join because of the cost. She thought at 79, with everything she was managing, is this even worth trying? And the thing that changed for both of them, before they lost a single pound, was making a decision that they were worth it, that their health mattered, that it wasn't too late. That decision is the beginning of every transformation that I have ever witnessed. Patti was 58 years old when she came to me. She had spent her entire adult life being a mom, working, taking care of everyone else. And the weight had accumulated over the years, the way it does for so many women, not from one thing, not from one bad decision, but from decades of putting herself last. She had tried things before. She knew what it felt like to lose a little weight and then see it come back. She had that fear in the back of her mind that maybe this is just how it's going to be from now on. And then something shifted. She became a grandmother. She had this moment where she realized, I want to get on the floor with my grandchildren. I want to play with them, get down with them, and get back up. So she decided to try one more time, but this time with the right approach. We taught Patti how to combine foods, how to keep her blood sugar even, how to eat more of the right things instead of restricting. Nothing extreme, nothing that required her to overhaul her entire life. And her body responded. Patti lost 97 pounds. She started at 235 pounds. She got down to 137. She lost 17 inches from her waist. She lost 13 inches from her hips. She went from a size 20W to a size 8. That's 12 pant sizes. But here is what moves me most about Patti's story. It's not the numbers. It's what happened in her life. Patti goes shopping with her daughters now. She used to hate shopping. She hated the dressing rooms, the mirrors. She hated clothes that never made her look good. But now she loves it. She goes into the fitting rooms with her daughter. They admire their mom because she feels so good showing them what she's wearing. Patti also started a tradition with her family. Every Thanksgiving now, they run a Turkey Trot 5K together. That is something Patti never would have imagined doing before. And now she gets on the floor with her grandchildren. She said, this isn't punishment or restriction. It's simple, doable, and fits my life. My energy is back. I sleep better, and my body keeps responding. Patti was 60 when this happened. She had told herself it had gone too far, but she was wrong. Now I want to tell you about Dukh Niwaran. Dukh Niwaran was 79 years old when she started. She was a full-time caregiver for her husband. She managed his hospital bed, his wheelchair, his medications, all of his wound care, and everything beyond. She coordinated 3 shifts of caregivers and handled all the groceries, all the household logistics, all the medical supplies. She was doing more than people half her age every single day. When Dukh Niwaran first came to me, her ankles were so swollen that her daughter had diagnosed venous insufficiency. The capillaries in her legs were under so much pressure that circulation was compromised. She was walking slowly. She was exhausted. She felt, in her own words, fat and slow. She had tried other programs before. It's not like she hadn't been trying. She tried Weight Watchers for years, tracking, counting, recording. None of it had fit into her life or lasted. And when she found me, she almost didn't join. The cost bothered her. She thought, at 79, with everything I'm managing, is this even possible? And then she made a decision. She told me, I'm worth it. I need to take care of my health right now because it's getting serious. There's nobody else to take care of my husband. I don't have a backup plan. So she invested in herself. What changed for Dukh Niwaran wasn't complicated. She stopped eating processed, manufactured foods and started eating whole, real food. She focused on protein, vegetables, and metabolism-boosting spices. She watched her portion sizes, and she made it work with her life. She enjoyed making crock-pot meals, sheet pan dinners, batching and freezing so she could grab and go. And I want to mention something that makes this even more remarkable. Dukh Niwaran is vegetarian. She did all of this without meat. The food framework I teach works for any dietary approach, and her results are proof of that. In 8 months, Dukh Niwaran lost 30 pounds and 25 inches. But the number is not the story. Her ankles are no longer swollen. The venous insufficiency, the condition her doctor had diagnosed, completely gone. She can now get down on the floor to adjust her husband's hospital bed and get back up without crawling or grabbing onto something. She can push him around the neighborhood in his wheelchair and take him outside for fresh air. She can do the physical work of caregiving that she couldn't do before. She told me it feels so good to look better, to feel better, and to have more energy. I have so much more energy now. She's 79. And when she was coaching herself with the story that she was too old, that her situation was too complicated, that her body couldn't respond, she was wrong. So what did Patti and Dukh Niwaran have in common? They weren't suffering. They weren't white-knuckling through deprivation as they lost the weight. They were eating more of the right things. They were working with their biology instead of against it. And they had someone in their corner who knew what their body needed at this stage of life. They also had something else in common. They both had a story in their head that said it wasn't possible for them. Too much to lose, too old, too complicated. And they chose one day to question that story. Not to be perfect, but not to have everything figured out, just to try with the right support. That is a decision that came before everything else. If Patti's story resonates with you, if you've been carrying weight for a long time and you've started to quietly accept that this is just how it is, her body responded. Yours can too. If Dukh Niwaran's story resonates, if you think you're too old or your situation is too busy or too complicated, she was managing more than most people could imagine. And she did this at 79. You are not the exception. You are not too far gone. You are not too old. You just need the right approach for the body you are living in right now. If you are ready to get the same support that Patti and Dukh Niwaran had, I want to invite you to apply to work with me. The link is in the description. It takes you to masalabody.com/apply, where you'll fill out a short application and book a call with me. On that call, we listen to where you are right now, what you've tried, what's been happening with your body, and we tell you honestly whether and how we can help. No obligation, no pressure, just a conversation. What I can tell you is that the women who do the best in my program are the ones who show up the way Patti and Dukh Niwaran did, ready to try something different, ready to stop fighting their body, and ready to say that their health is worth investing in. If that is you, I would love to meet you. And if you found these stories helpful, please subscribe. I share real client transformations and the science behind what's working for women in their 60s and 70s every week. I'm Nagina Abdullah. I will see you in my next video.